welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I filmed. I feel like it's been almost 2 weeks, and I have just been so anxious to get something up because I made a commitment to do this and I want to continue to do it, and I'm just excited. Finally got some inspiration, so I'm really excited about what I'm going to film today. And really, I have been busy with school. I finish on December 8th is my last day officially. Part of me is like so excited, the other part of me is so stressed out. So I'm taking a break from doing homework. That stuff right here in the corner, this stuff is my 10 key calculator stuff, but they're sitting there and I'm not moving them, so just deal with it. Just deal with it. For those of you who are just joining me, I am Bobby Marie, and thank you for joining us today. For those of you who are returning, I appreciate you, and thanks for coming back. Today's video is going to be an interview makeup look with some interview appropriate attire, and I thought I'd go through the video and give some interview tips, because while I am not a professional interviewer, I've just been on a lot of interviews. I really hope that you guys enjoy it. I went to film a video, like a get ready with me, Saturday morning before I went to the Fred Meyer, and I got 25 minutes filmed, and then all of a sudden my phone like flashes this video file error, video file corrupted, and I'm like, because I'd been so stressed out about trying to get something filmed, and I'm like, yay, finally, like I'll get something up there, just get ready with me, like super easy. And then my phone just so let us hope and pray that that does not happen again, because I will be pissed. Excuse my language, but I will be so mad. Let us get right into our tutorial. We are gonna go right in with my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Buildable Luminous Foundation in the shade C3. I've never used this on my channel before. I'm going to use my Morphe M439 and just kind of dab. And then we're going to just dab on the fish via dabbing. So, while I'm blending, my first interview tip is to be prepared. Like, I cannot say this enough. Be prepared. You know, in this day and age where there is so much information available and there's so much stuff on the internet, there's no excuse to not know about the company that you're interviewing with. So go on their website, read their about us, their company, you know, their company mission statement, you know, anything that they try and do in the community. Just go on there and read about them, because first of all, it's going to help you figure out if that's actually a place that you want to work for. Because if you go on there and you're like, that's not what I'm all about, then you'll know, like, don't waste your time interviewing, or do go to the interview, and then if it's not good enough, then you're like, well, now I have 2 reasons not to take the job. So always be prepared. Research the company that you are interviewing with. So now I'm going to take, do you know what I'm going to say? Maybe. Now for my concealer, I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 15. I got a new one. I was running out and I got a new one. I was so excited. I was so excited. So I'm also going to be highlighting with this. So just down the bridge of my nose, and then just like a patch like that. Like this. Like this. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender and blend that out. Back to my interview tips. You should also be prepared by having someone prep you with interview questions. Oh, that door. Ugh. So whoever, or if you even, sometimes I'll even just print out some interview questions. Like about.com has so many interview questions. If you just Google like interview questions, there's a lot of generic ones that I feel like they get asked just in different ways, but they're the same question. So like, what is your greatest strength? What is your greatest weakness? You know, those are ones that I get asked a lot. So you really just kind of want to prepare interview questions. So now I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. But I'm going to use Levitation, which is this color right here instead of this one, because I've been just trying out, you know, different things to see how I like them. And I'm just going to use this color to set my under eye, and it's going to help. It's a highlighting powder, so it helps subtly add light to my face, but it's not shimmery, so it's not going to make me look oily or anything like that under my eye. Then I'm going to take my e.l.f. powder brush with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade 001 Transparent, and I'm just going to set my face. So now that we've done that, I am going to contour with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And the other day I used this Morphe G2 brush because it's got a nice like pointed tip, and so it helps get like a nice kind of sharp contour. So I'm gonna go in with Shadow Play. I know I should memorize these darn things, and I'm just gonna contour my face. So from the top of my ear down towards the corner of my mouth, and then this side, do the same thing, and then stop. And I'll blend it in a little bit. I just had my kids in. So I'm also going to contour my forehead, just the tips, and then I just kind of bring the contour color down my temples. Okay, so while I'm blending, back to some interview tips. Be confident. If they, I mean, you turned in a resume, clearly you applied for the job. If they did not think that you were at least somewhat qualified, you wouldn't be there having an interview. So be confident in your skills and know that you are worth it and you would be an asset to their company, because if you don't believe it, then they're not going to believe it. So you really need to have confidence in yourself and really just go in there and own your skills. And an interview is really all about, it's like the one time where you can just be all about you. And it's showcasing your knowledge, your skills, the things that you've done to build up yourself, you know, your experience, your base of knowledge. It's all about you. Then I Ulta Apricot Blush and Yellow Diamond Highlight. I tried this apricot blush Saturday, and I think it turned out really pretty. So we're gonna use it again. But it's so tiny. Like, it's like, where did my brush go? So just bear with me. Another interview tip: have a strong handshake. I have had so many people compliment me, especially men. Men are the ones that are going to be the first one to notice. But if you have a strong handshake, it will convey confidence. It will convey that you have strength. And I don't know how many times I've shaken customers' hands or interviewers' hands, and they're like, ooh, you have a strong handshake. That's really good. And I say, thank you, you know, because I've honestly worked on it. Like, you want to have a strong handshake. You don't want to be like, don't touch me, really, never mind. You don't want to do that. So now I'm going to take my e.l.f. powder brush again and just kind of blend that out a little bit. At this point, I'm going to switch gears and go to my eyes, because if I put on highlight, then I'll invariably make a mistake. So I'm just going to do it this way. So I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm going to use that as a base for my eyeshadow. I'm going to take my Real Technique setting brush again, which is what I use to set my under eye, and I'm going to take Levitation again, which, yeah, and I'm just going to put some powder on, and it's really just to set that concealer. If you hear my kids screaming in the background, it's bath time, so there's nothing I can do about that. My husband's being so wonderful by letting me film and doing bath time himself, so I'm not going to complain. And y'all better not either, because seriously, if you don't like it, I don't care. We are going to do just a simple eyeshadow look. For my eyes, I'm going to use my Morphe 12 NB palette. It is, NB stands for Natural Beauty. And it's just a nice little palette that has some good browns and just kind of, you know, neutral colors. I really like this little palette. I'm going to mix this color, one, and this color. And I'm going to put that in my crease. I'm using my Morphe G17 brush. It's just a fluffy blending brush. So, another interview tip. Know what you put on your resume. Print out your resume and take it with you. Print out your references, have them prepared, and take them with you. Because even if they don't ask, they could possibly ask. So you just want to take it with you and just have it so that you're prepared. And then I'm going to take just this shimmery, just like a shimmery gold color. I'm going to use my finger. And we're just going to pat it right on the lid. I'm going to take a different brush, which is, this one's a Morphe G24. And I'm going to take just this matte pink color right here. And I'm just going to use that to kind of help everything blend together. And just deepen up the outer corner of my eye. I am going to take my e.l.f. Professional Eye Crease Brush. This kind of, it's like a purpley brown. It's like a brick red brown. It's got some purple in it. It's a really pretty color. And I'm just going to put it on the outside of my eye. And right now, I am not worried about blending it yet. I just want to get the color on my eye. So we will blend it in just a second. And you want to kind of stick low in the crease, so you don't want to bring it up too far. And then again, I'm going to take this, which brush should I use? My G24 and that pink shade, and I'm just going to help it blend. Also, in the spirit of being prepared for the interview, know the location of where you're interviewing. Ask them the address. Ask who to ask for. Which office is it going to be? Do you just go to the front desk, or are you supposed to have somebody, you know, meet you, or who you're asking for? Because sometimes the person you talk to is not the person that you're interviewing with. I will even, like, if I know where I'm interviewing, I will even take a drive over there, like, you know, the night before or a couple days before, just so I know where I'm going. Because even if I'm using my Google Maps, which I could not live without, but even if I'm using that, it's, you know, potentially it's going to lead me somewhere that's wrong, or I'm going to not know where I'm going, or it'll be dark and, you know, just messed up. So know where you're going. So that is my eyes. And then we are going to use my NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, Definitely a Turn On, Waterproof Extreme Shine Eyeliner. This eyeliner is so good, the name had to be this long. In jet black. That's just the most ridiculous name. I'm sorry, I just think it's so dumb. I like to personally do my waterline and then tight line, but I'm not going to film that because it looks really weird and I have to use a tissue and it's just odd, and I just don't want to see what I look like. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I just did half of my waterline and then I tight lined, and it just adds some definition to my eyes, and I just like the way that it looks. To add just a highlight to my brow bone, so I'm taking this color right here, blending eye brush, and I'm just gonna add some color up there. Now I'm going to use my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Brown. Chocolate. I really like this. It's a really nice dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I'm just going to fill in my brows. I'm going in with the Falsies Volume Express Black Drama Mascara. I really like it. And I'm just going to do my mascara. Okay. I don't know why I did that. So I might have done my mascara off camera because it's just too hard to try and do when you're talking. I'm gonna use this baked bronzer in the shade Radiance. It's by Ulta, and my big fluffy Morphe M527, and I'm just kind of going to go over the areas that I contoured. I'm not contouring with this. I'm just adding a little bit of extra color, deepening it up, giving myself some shine. Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette in the shade 320 Catwalk Pink. And I'm going to take my e.l.f. brush. It doesn't have a name. It just says e.l.f. And I'm going to kind of swirl it between these 3 pink shades, kind of focusing more on these lightest 2 shades. And I'm going to just highlight it. Highlight it! My face, not it. Highlight. I like this. I got it at the drugstore. I got it at Fred Meyer the other day, and I think it was like $4. Because I have this one too, and I really like this one. So these are some really good contour products and highlight products. Last but not least, I am going, well, not last, but I'm going to do my lips. So this ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Cookie, and it was really pretty. I have chapstick on, so I'm just going to blot that off. So this is like, it smells like a cookie. And then I'm going to take my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. And I don't want a ton of it, so I always kind of like wipe off the excess on the inside. And I just think they go so pretty together. And then, last but not least, I am taking my NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray, and I'm just going to set my face. This is the completed face look. I think it turns out so pretty. Now that I'm done with my interview makeup, I'm going to go ahead and change into my outfit, so keep watching. For my interview look, I went ahead and did just a black cardigan, some black slacks, some nice black flats. Technically, they have a little bit of a heel, and I did just a fun flowery blouse. I did it simple. I think black is a flattering color on everyone, and you know, it just really goes together well, and I look professional and like I am ready to rock that interview. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please subscribe, like, add a comment. Thanks for watching.
I am starting out barefaced today. Today's barefaced. Okay, so you know, what are you gonna do? Your skin has to breathe. It's gotta breathe. So, like, whatever. Boom! Right there. That's what's up. Don't forget. Don't forget. Okay. Get yourself some cute makeup, get yourself some cute clothes, and just, like, rock that, girl. Rock it. What tool are you using? The finger of pointer. The Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating. Feeling like I'm gonna just murder someone. Not really, but, like, do you get it? Do you understand? Like, my pencil needs a sharpen.